70 degrees in Sebastian, Florida. I'm Andy Hodges with your Sebastian Daily News. You can also watch this broadcast on Xfinity Channel 1098 Buzz TV if you live in Sebastian and have Xfinity. Tonight's low will be about 48 degrees with some scattered showers after midnight. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will be much of the same. Highs near 65, overnight low near 45. No rain in the forecast. And for all the local news that's going on today, visit us, SebastianDaily.com. And with me right now is Indian River County Sheriff Eric Flowers. Thank you, Sheriff Flowers, for coming out today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me today.
Had a few questions.
Sure.
What would you like to change most as the new sheriff in Indian River County?
So we've already started working on that, Andy. There's a lot of good things in motion at the moment, and I would just ask that the public be patient with us. It takes, we're a big ship, right? We've got 500 employees, and it's going to take us some time to get going under my direction, the things that I espouse. But one of the things that I talk a lot about is customer service. And so I've actually established a customer service department inside of the sheriff's office. We have a customer service manager now.
Oh, really?
And yes, sir.
So you didn't have that before?
So, before our deputies were charged with individually working on customer service, but this is what happens. People call into the sheriff's office, they get lost in the phone system sometimes. We actually have a person who answers the phones. But there are still some times where people have questions where they don't really know who to go to. Sometimes it's even the employees, a 500-person agency.
Wow.
Sometimes employees don't even know where to find the answer. So based on a model that I found in Pasco County, we've developed a customer service section. And so they're able to answer questions, they're able to direct traffic. They're almost like air traffic control. So when people call up and they say, hey, I've got a complaint about this, but I really don't know who to talk to, they're able to do that. And that's actually something that falls directly under my office. The person is my former assistant, Stephanie. She's doing that job. She's right there next to me, and she's available to answer all those questions for folks. So I think you're going to see a level of customer service really grow and get even better. One of the things that we're working on that's going to launch on March 8th is a road ranger project for our local community. So you're going to see somebody out there that's going to be assisting. They'll be able to help with minor crashes. They'll have a gas can. They'll have a lockout tool.
Like in the big cities.
Like they have up on 95, but here in Indian River County to help people out, to help motorists out. And so it's really exciting. We've got a lot of good things coming, and I'm excited for those changes. There's plenty more. We don't have enough time today on your show to talk about all the changes that we've even got in motion right now. But those are a few of the things on the top of my mind that I'm really excited about.
That's exciting.
Thank you.
And what staff changes have you made? We keep hearing that when a new sheriff is elected and he takes over a current agency, that he makes changes in staff.
Sure. So our sheriff's office is protected by the career service bill. Passed away Stan Mayfield, he actually put that bill into place. So all of our employees are protected. Everyone who works there, their job is protected. I can't fire them. I can't get rid of them. So everybody that was in the building is still in the building. Okay. I do have some leeway to make some changes in my command staff, the folks who work directly with me. When I made my design of the agency, I started at the bottom up, because the reality is the customers, the people out there in the community, the folks they interact with are the deputies. They're the folks who are on the bottom level who are working directly with the public. And so I started my design with them, and I worked my way up. And that's really worked out quite well for me. I ended up changing some designs of the agency. I was a major before. I actually did away with the majors. I changed the organization of the sheriff's office. So we now have 2 deputy chiefs. One is Milo Thornton, and the other is Lonnie Rich. And then the undersheriff chief of staff is Tom Rollin. And so Tom and I have worked closely together.
Tom's a great guy.
He is a great guy, as are our deputy chiefs. And so there was a lot of centralized decision making that was happening before. I've really empowered those folks, especially my deputy chiefs. Both guys are dual certified. Both guys started their careers in corrections, came over to the law enforcement side, and so they're working hard on the agency to get us to where we need to be. Tom Rollin, he started his career, he's been a fireman, he's been a probation officer, and ultimately law enforcement, and so he's got a vast experience as well as education, and so he's got his master's, same from UCF, just like I do, and so we're working together to really bring the agency together. We've got a great team.
You've got an extensive education background. You also went to the FBI Academy.
I did.
And your critics say, oh, he's been groomed.
Sure.
And I don't really believe that. I think that you've been your own guy all through the sheriff's office. What
I
do you
appreciate
What do
that.
you say about your critics that say
Yeah,
that?
no, I appreciate you saying that, and I agree with you. I do believe I've been my own man, and I will tell you that I think if you ask any of the employees 10 days into my term as sheriff, they'll tell you Eric Flowers is his own man.
Yeah.
I think even the critics now are at least taking a second look.
That's excellent.
Yes,
That's
sir.
excellent. Body cams. That seems to be
Yeah, I'm pro body camera. I think it's a great thing. Our heroes are out here working every day. There's amazing things that's happened that I would love to have on video, that I'd love to be able to show the community what's happening. And so it's a cost item for me. As soon as I can figure out a way to afford them, it's an expensive item. You know, we've got over 220 sworn law enforcement deputies. We've got about 130 corrections deputies. Outfitting all of them with body cameras is going to be expensive. I'm going to triage the project, and
Yeah.
I'll start with our patrol, and I'll get them rolled out. But that was a campaign promise I made, and it's something I'm going to deliver on. I got to find a way to find that money, but I'm going
Yeah.
to deliver.
it just takes time.
It does,
you
it
know?
does. And I'll tell you, our deputies really recognize the value of it. We've talked a lot about it, and it's not something that we're using to, you know, hurt them in any way. It's a way to show the good things that they are doing in our community. And it's a transparency item. It lets people know that we're transparent about things. Here's what it is, here's what happened.
Already, your agency's been transparent. We've noticed even on Facebook,
Thank you.
open and
Yeah, that we have a media team. We've got
Yeah.
former media folks that are doing that, and I think they're doing a great job. We're
They
very
are.
excited about everything that they're doing. And I told them when they came on board, you know, I want to put everything out there. I want the community to know what's happening in their community, and so we're very open and honest about that. As far as the body cameras go, you know, I just want to remind the public, and I said this during the campaign, but the NFL spends billions of dollars on cameras, and yet sometimes we still don't know whether the ball crossed the line.
Yeah, that's
right?
so
You've
true.
seen that on Monday
Yeah.
Night Football.
Yeah.
We're looking at every angle,
Yeah.
and we still don't know.
There's a leg in the way.
Right.
Or
So here we are. We're going to have one body camera, and we're going to have one car camera that are pretty decent definition, but
Yeah.
still not perfect. So I just ask that we can't make our judgment calls. It's
Yeah.
not perfect. It's another tool. It's a great thing. I want to have them, but it's not the end-all, be-all to law enforcement.
it shows the officer or the deputy's point of view.
Correct. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, we've been getting these questions since January 6th when there was a riot at the Capitol, and there's people that are concerned that with the upcoming inauguration that there might be threats in other areas around the country. Have you heard of anything like that?
We've
or-
been in contact with our federal partners. We're keeping up with that. We get briefings regularly on things that are happening both statewide and nationally. I'm very happy to report that here in Indian River County, we've got a lot of great patriots. We've got a lot of great people, and so far, no major incidents, no
Okay.
threats, nothing here locally that we should be concerned about. I am worried for our representatives up in Tallahassee. You know, Representative Grawl, Senator
Yeah.
Mayfield, they go up there and do a great job and represent us. I'm concerned. You know, I want to make sure that they're protected in the Capitol, but I have to focus on Indian River County. That's what I was elected for, and that's what I'm going to do. But I certainly pass those concerns on to them.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's just been some concerned citizens out there, and then you've heard it. It's not really any major threats or anything like that here in the county.
No, we're having a ceremony. When I leave here, I'm headed to the courthouse. They're naming the rotunda after retired State Attorney Bruce Colton. And you know, we've just had good people who are here to support us. Our community is very supportive of our local government, and I think because we're doing it right here, I think that we're going to continue to have that support.
And I just have one more
Sure.
question.
Yep.
Are you going to make any changes to the jail? There's been citizens asking, are there going to be changes
Sure.
in the jail? And I never knew there was any problem, but
Yeah.
citizens are asking.
So you mentioned transparency already. I did terminate one of our jail employees. You saw the video.
Yeah, the pepper
It
spray.
was a pepper spray incident. It's on our Facebook page if you're interested in watching that video. I will tell you that we have taken a very hard look at the jail. Deputy Chief Milo Thornton is now over the Department of Corrections, Judicial Services, and Community Affairs. It's a model that I found in Seminole County that I thought worked really well for us. I look up to Seminole County. Their sheriff's office is top notch. And
Yeah.
so their sheriff has been a great mentor to me and somebody that I'm working towards learning more from. So I can tell you that there are changes coming to the jail, a variety of different changes. And our folks are a little nervous right now, but I've already made 2 interim captains over there. Those folks are doing a great job with what they have, and we're going to continue to work hard to learn more about it. I know enough about the projects that are going on from staff meetings, being with the former jail staff that was over there, but I'm still learning personalities, learning the nuts and bolts of the jail, because that is my weakest point. That's why I chose those two deputy chiefs who both have that jail experience to be able to give me the information that I need to do it the right way. So I feel confident that they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, you've often said that you expect higher expectations.
Yes.
You're raising the bar.
Yes, sir.
Explain that.
So when I was sworn in, I chose to be sworn in front of all 500 members of the Indian River County Sheriff's Office. And I wanted to tell them before I swore them in, before they raised their right hand, that they're swearing to be the alter ego of the sheriff, and that's me. So my expectations are they're going to represent me in the best possible way. And so their actions that they take, both on and off duty, represent me all the time. And so I have very high expectations for myself. I'm not out at the bar. You're not going to see me out there drinking. You're not going to see me doing those things. That's just not me. That's not Eric Flowers.
Right.
And so when they raise their right hands to be an alter ego of Eric Flowers, sheriff, it's different than every other time they've ever raised their right hands. And so I made that clear. I made that evident to them that I'm not going to accept anything less than the best. I will be the hardest working person in the Indian River County Sheriff's Office, but I expect that these folks are going to represent me well along the way. And the closer they are to me, the more I expect out of them. So my deputy chiefs and my undersheriff have been very busy the last couple of weeks.
Wow, it's a great agency.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Sheriff Flowers, thank you for taking time out to come out.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. A beautiful day. Love Sebastian. Thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, thank you. I'm Andy Hodges, coming to you live, Riverview Park in